Welcome to Jam with Jordan, Andrew, and Matt. Oh, that I didn't realize. Stop that shit. Run it back.
No.
Let's just keep
Bloopers.
fucking.
This is good content,
And
people.
we're the
Alright,
ones smoking.
and back to the beginning. Welcome to Jam with
Jordan.
Andrew.
and Matt. And for some reason, I'm the host of this show, as I just fucked up the intro. This is where we talk about sports using barroom banter and a lot of the F word. This episode, we're going to take a look at what happened during Week 15, some of the headlines going into Week 16. We'll address some of the playoff race, and then we'll pick our picks for Week 16. Let's start it off. The NFL's got a weed problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't let people smoke weed.
And they've
All right.
talked about making it legal.
They need to
league-wide,
make it
they've
legal.
talked about making it legal, which they should do.
So, some background content that happened specifically within the last few days.
Ah.
Martavis Bryant, former Pittsburgh Steeler, he was on Oakland for a minute. I think he finished on Oakland before he got kicked
Yeah.
out. Ended up on the commissioner's exempt list. He kept on getting in trouble for smoking pot, and he did it again, and now he's essentially banned from the NFL. Josh Gordon, similar issue, couldn't stay off weed.
So the thing with Josh Gordon though is he actually admits he has a real problem.
Well, yeah, and he went to rehab. He has depression issues. We
has-
talked about that.
He's got issues.
Now,
He's an idiot.
no, yeah.
Because
so,
like
this is where
sure, you're
this is where I'm
supposed to
coming
stay
from on the
clean.
entire weed situation. First of all, the NFL just separately should stop drug testing for weed and Adderall. I don't give a shit. Those are things that I don't think are exactly enhancing you in the game. And if they are, not like steroid levels of usage, it's fine. Legalize it.
Agreed.
That being
Agreed.
said, you're currently an NFL player making millions of dollars. Stop smoking weed
I
during the
agree.
season.
I couldn't agree with that more.
Stop smoking
I could
weed.
not
Like,
agree with that
more.
I'm okay with you
Yeah.
smoking weed, but don't smoke weed when you're gonna get drug tested. Like, that's your job. If I'm getting drug tested at my job and I make like $50,000 a year, like whatever you make, like say you make like $50,000 to $100,000 a year, like whatever salary is, and you get drug tested, they can fire you for that shit. You're making millions of dollars. Stop smoking dope.
Also,
I
in the NFL,
agree.
you know when your tests are going to come up. You
Oh,
know how to get... most of the
Unless
time,
you're
they know how to
Eric-
pass
well, I
them.
guess Eric Reed
Well, yeah.
knows what his
Yeah,
tests
that's
are,
a different whole... That's a whole other story.
Every other week he's
That's a
being
whole other
tested.
story in its own reason. But like, otherwise, normal players, you know when the tests are coming up. They tell you these kind of things.
What?
You haven't noticed, and you have ways to pass it. Fucking do it.
But that's what, if
And
you're a
you-
defender, a repeat offender like Martavis Bryant, like Le'Veon Bell, like Garrett Blunt,
Yeah, exactly.
fucking Josh
Yeah.
Gordon, like like stop
Yeah.
smoking weed.
Exactly.
Well,
It's not that hard to stop for like
No,
that money once
I
per
don't
year.
disagree, but
Exactly. I know.
Josh Gordon has an issue. There's something off with him. He can't get over it, and I think it's good that he's going to be taking time away from the league. If he said before they even released about any kind of drug,
But-
he was taking time away from the sport.
Yeah,
to
but
begin with.
so the way it came out though was really weird because like it came out first like Josh Gordon's taking time away from the league. Then it came out he wasn't gonna pass a drug test, and it was he didn't pass a drug test.
yeah.
And then they
All
asked him
in
about the
one
whole
day.
like
Yeah,
when
like,
he
and it
was
was
playing.
sequential, like in
Yeah,
that order. Like
yeah.
it was all really weird.
And like you remember that whole thing came out. They asked him like everything about it. And he said he like during the games, the team would be able at a hotel. He would go home just to smoke and drink before a game because he just like he had such an addiction. He had
I mean,
to do
Ricky
it.
Williams said it like when he
Exactly.
was fucking
Yeah,
playing. Like
exactly.
he smoked all the time.
And
He
like
doesn't-
these guys do it to calm
He
their ears and for a
has
reason
an
because.
addiction problem.
Well, like, you look at these guys though. You're playing in front of people every single week. You have this pressure and stress, and you're probably nervous. And you have a lot of stuff you got to overcome fear to look good in front of the millions of people watching you. And just because you like drugs, right? Which is fine. But you have to stop
So
the
here's my
season.
question for you guys: if it's purely a pain thing, not just like smoke. Like, don't get me wrong, I smoked weed. Like it's fun to do. Like if it's purely a pain thing, they're like oils. They make the fucking oil that they take.
CBD oils,
They CBD
yeah.
oil. You take the THC out of it. Like they legalize that. Like is that enough? Like are we still gonna have a pot problem in the NFL? I still think we have a pot problem in the NFL, even if they
I don't
legalize.
think the
CBD
problem is
oil.
it's not a problem. And half the country already has decided it's not a problem.
Yeah, and you still,
legalized
but I mean,
it.
Yeah.
and so the
So,
problem is that you
like-
still have half the country's like, this is really fucking bad, and then people that are legalizing are like, leave us alone, let's smoke a goddamn
There's
weed.
really stupid people out there.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
we're
it's like when they
that.
prohibited alcohol. Like, they're essentially similar substances, like in how, like, they're, I mean, I'm sure we can get this chemical part of why they're not similar, but they're both
Yeah.
depressants, they both do things to you chemically. Move the fuck on, let's go.
But the thing is just like, if these players are telling you this helps them, like with nerves or pain or.
not
Oh,
even,
the NFL
Like,
needs to learn
why
that
don't
they
you
understand
fucking
this.
listen to them?
even
They need to
even
learn
more than that, like, the way they treat alcohol in the NFL, like, you can get drunk all you want. If you do a DUI, that's when you get in trouble. Treat weed the same way. You can get high all you want. If you do something stupid on weed, then you get
Well,
penalized.
that's the thing,
Yeah.
they should definitely take the NBA approach and like, yeah, we kind of test for weed, but we're not really testing
I mean, the-
for weed because.
Honestly, like, it's the NFL, like, steroids, fucking,
You got,
I fuck,
you got
I don't
Matt
fuck with
Barnes
steroids.
coming out after he
Yeah.
retires saying, I smoke
Fuck-
weed every time I
Fucking
play.
smoke 2 joints
Like,
every goddamn
I
game.
love that guy.
I'm like, and other players are coming forward saying, yeah, we smoked out
Yeah.
because it helps them.
Yeah.
Why not let them do it if it helps them?
And
It's not enhancing you in a strength aspect or anything like that.
It's not enhancement. If anything, it's a
definitely
downer.
slows
Like
you
it takes
down a
away.
little
Yeah, it
bit.
definitely
But,
slows you down. But like, look at okay.
Well, they're not like
okay.
smoking like. I mean, some of them might be smoking right before they play, but like
Yeah.
they're smoking like afterwards, like practice. They're aching. They're
Well,
ailing.
no, they said they smoke a game. A lot of
Yeah.
But they're not smoking like right before the game starts.
Yeah,
Are they?
were.
Oh,
yeah,
fuck
they
them.
are.
Good
Yeah,
for
they
them.
are. They definitely are.
That's that next level
Those
shit.
guys
I am
definitely
not
are.
getting the same kind of
But-
weed. I need to talk
okay.
to my dealer.
You're the NFL. Like, you know for a fact your ratings are what drives you, right? Your players are your ratings because they have to stay healthy. These guys are in pain every single day. Play in and play out are getting hit every
the
single
NFL
play. They're
is
gonna
a
handle
money
their
machine.
pain.
They give zero fucks about the pain and the
But
players.
the
Like it's a
pain,
corporation.
pains
They don't
are
care.
okay. The pains
They
are a
don't
problem
give
because
a
they
Like
have
they
to
didn't know
CT.
about concussions.
Honestly, it's an image
This whole
issue, right?
CT issue is a whole issue. A whole reason because like you have to know what your players are going through, and it's going to affect them long term. We can help them short term. Just fucking let them
Isn't
do
it an image issue? Like there's enough people like.
The NFL's image can suck a big fat
No. But why the NFL is like against weed so much? Like, isn't it because like there's
The
enough people that
NFL's
like
against
don't
anything.
right? But so since they're fans, some of their fans are against weed. Like
Yeah.
the NFL has to stay away from it that way.
Well,
They
yeah,
don't, like,
they obviously try to cater to a certain group of children
Yeah.
in the country that get upset any time.
Tell us. All right, moving away from dope. So the Rams, Todd Gurley's still on the fence. They brought in C.J. Anderson, so either Todd Gurley suits up
They're playing.
or they
He's
run a
playing.
backfield by
He's-
committee.
He's playing.
I think they get far enough ahead in the first half that they don't need the
If
second half.
they do though, that's the problem.
Against
is if,
Arizona,
Yep.
they should though.
damn straight.
They
yeah.
should.
So currently they don't have they're currently the number 2 seed in going into the playoffs, but the Bears are one game behind them, and if the Bears were to tie them, they own the tiebreaker.
And that's exactly why they're going to be playing
Probably.
Todd Gurley.
But you know, if you're the
They
Rams,
need to win this game.
if you're the Rams, you know you can win without using Todd Gurley that much.
You could.
Because the
Jared
game
Goff
against
hasn't been
Arizona,
playing well. Jared Goff
the
has
game
not
against
been playing
Arizona,
well.
Well, and they
is
lost
when-
the
They
receiver.
lost. Yeah,
the game against Arizona is when the
Cooper
Chargers
Kupp's
lost
out.
Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon got hurt against the Cardinals also. Like, just I'm not saying it's a team. I'm saying you got to be careful in these situations against a
They're
team
gonna-
against a
they
game,
don't
against a
care.
team like Arizona
When-
that you know you can handily beat.
We let some ridiculous
You
superstition
know
for fucking
you can handily
where
beat the
people get
Cardinals.
hurt at.
Why
Like,
risk Todd Gurley?
They're playing Todd Gurley. It's
I know.
happening. I mean, you're just hoping and praying they don't probably because you
I mean,
want them
all right,
to
so maybe they
lose.
suit him up, they let him stay on the
I had Todd Gurley
sidelines,
in
they run
fantasy.
it while they can, and then like get the fuck in, and we gotta win this game.
They're gonna play. I think they'll
But
play him.
you
the
think
whole
he
game.
starts?
I think he starts.
You think
I
he
think
walks
he
out there
starts
on the
and
first
plays. I think he plays
Oh, yeah.
the whole game.
I have him in fantasy.
I
think
honestly
I'm
don't
just
think they're
afraid.
safe.
I'm afraid because he's probably gonna be like a first half thing, and that's it.
Alright.
They're gonna go up over
I
20 in the
disagree.
first half. They're not gonna need him in the second
If
half.
they go up 20,
They probably will. Dude, against the Cardinals. How are they not going to? They're definitely going to go against the Cardinals. They're gonna figure that. And then, like, their backups are like partially. Malcolm Brown went on. He's hurt for a little bit. John Kelly is still there. That's what C.J. Anderson helps them. Just in general, just if Todd Gurley can't play, C.J. Anderson is not bad. He was good the year he was in Denver. He got sent to Carolina for like. He got cut from Denver and sent to Carolina like on some bullshit because he should have stayed in Denver. He was good in Denver and then they just said we don't want you anymore.
I don't think he was good in Denver. I
He-
think
no,
he was,
that
I
last
think
year before he got
he's
sent out, he was
he's
good. The last year before he
was
got sent out,
good.
the
He was
year
good.
before he
He's
went,
an
the
average
year
running
before
back.
he
he's
left.
like fucking Giovanni Bernard and
Jeremy Hill. Like
yeah.
he's an average
He's
running back. I
good
don't
to
give a
have
fuck. I don't
the
give a
two
fuck.
starter combo.
Before he
He
left,
is-
he was
he's
good.
fine.
CJ Anderson's not that good.
He's fine.
He got a raw deal in Carolina because they
He
were
should
straight up going with Christian McCaffrey. There's no other
Honestly-
route, and
honestly-
they should have. I understand, but CJ Anderson got a raw deal
Because
because he
Christian
was not even.
McCaffrey is far
He's
better.
leagues better. Yeah,
I
C.J.
agree.
Anderson's trash.
But
Honestly,
he was
he's
good in
middle of the pack.
Denver
He's
before
middle
he
of the
left.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right. I don't know why you're stuck CJ Anderson 6 so much.
Right,
He's
that's
middle
what
of the
I'm
pack. Like he's fine. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not excited about CJ Anderson running the ball.
God, you're such a fucking.
God.
You have
Anyways.
to pick up the handcuffs in fantasy.
You don't think right.
Anyways,
Whatever.
so Pittsburgh. Right now, it looks like James Conner is still going to be out going into this weekend, which means Samuels is starting. Pittsburgh currently has their division. They're leading their division. They're 8-5-1. Baltimore's 8-6 at the wild card spot. They need a win, right? Like they're playing New Orleans.
The
It's
next
gonna
2
be a rough
weeks are
week.
important for both of them. Yeah, the Ravens play the Chargers this week, so the chances of them winning are not like the best things because the Chargers are a far better team. And the Steelers, can they go to New Orleans and win? I mean, maybe not. But honestly, if they go in and win this week, like then the Steelers they give us something to worry about for the year for the AFC because they're better than they should be because they struggle this year.
Who?
The Steelers. You go in Oakland, you lose that game. You're not anything to fear. But if you go, but how do you?
Aren't even a
But then the
threat
following
anymore.
week you beat New England. And then this week you go into New
That's
Orleans
the
and
NFL
win.
this year, though,
It's
for the
ridiculous.
most part. Take
Exactly.
out like the top,
Like
even,
the
actually,
top
even
teams
including the
lose.
top teams.
Yeah.
Like they're losing to they're losing game like
Green Bay, Patriots.
well the Rams,
like,
Chicago.
yeah.
Like no
Yeah.
offense to you, but like no one we didn't think that was gonna
Uh,
happen.
New Orleans New Orleans getting upset by Dallas on
Yeah.
Thursday
right?
night.
Yeah,
like,
like
everything this year
the
is
NFL
crazy.
this year has been great.
Yeah,
It's been fun to watch. It's rough to. It's hard to pick things. That's
It's
why
definitely
people
hard
are
for
doing it
gambling.
crazy.
It's definitely been a hard picking year.
All right, so Chargers currently the wild card with 11-3. Kansas City is number 1 seed and leading the division at 11-3 because they own the tiebreaker against the Chargers because they have more head-to-head wins, or sorry, with more divisional wins because they're tied head-to-head. Melvin Gordon and Keenan Allen are both supposed to play. The
Yeah.
Chargers need to win this game, right? They need to win. They don't need to hope Kansas City loses to Seattle. They want because honestly, look,
I'd
they're
rather
11-3.
have-
They
yeah.
have the second best record in the AFC, and they're a wild card spot. That sucks. Like honestly, they just need to upset Kansas, which is crazy though. Think about it this way: if they were to overtake Kansas City goes to a wild card spot with like the second best record in the AFC. The Chargers are number 1 seed. That's ridiculous. How do you have a wild card that's the second best team in that? That's
because the
crazy.
NFL's playoff seeding system is stupid.
I mean, like,
they should switch the NBA system.
The
Yeah,
NBA
I
system
agree.
is not good either.
Yeah, it is. You
Yeah.
have your
I
top
like
teams in
the
the
NBA.
conference.
It'd
and
be
then
better if
conference-
they did it tournament style where it's just like, no
Well, the problem is
AFC,
that
no
so
NFC,
it's the
just
seeding
NFL.
based on division
Yes,
record or
yeah.
division winners because that's the problem with the NBA too is that they have their conference winners and they get the top seed, but you can have a team that's like fucking 50%
No.
winning their.
No, NBA is top 8 of each conference.
NBA
It's
is
top 8 of each
of
conference. That's what I'm saying.
No, but when they seed it,
No, it's top 8
There's
of each
no
conference.
seeding. I mean,
It's
they have
top- it's the
they
top 8
have
teams
like
of each conference.
they have like seeding.
Yeah.
It's
whoever has
it's
the
1
eighth
versus
best
8,
record, yeah.
2 versus 7,
Yeah.
3 versus 6.
It's the
did
best
four
that
record.
versus
recently change?
Uh,
So they used to have it
I
based
think
on their
it's-
like conferences,
huh?
right?
It's been a little while. It's been a long time since.
You say
No, I think it was
Cowboys
Adam
and
Rob,
Silver.
I-
No, I think it's been
It's
within-
during
I think
Adam
it's within the
Silver's
past
regime,
5
right?
years.
Yeah.
It's been within the past 5 years.
Okay,
Less,
so
probably.
moving on from
But
my
yeah.
ignorance.
But no,
But
that'd be awesome.
The divisional records
Yeah,
causing
it
you to
goes-
be seeded is
I hate
why
that,
because like
stupid.
you have shitty divisions like when the NFC
Patriots division?
well not that when the NFC West was super fucking
Oh,
bad
man.
and you had teams that were under 50% win their conference and then or win the division and go on to be like a 3 seed or a 4 seed against
Wasn't
a
that
fucking
Tennessee?
well that was like the year that the Seahawks went right and they played New Orleans.
KC, if they're a wild card, so they're gonna have the
They're
5.
just gonna
They're
fucking-
gonna have the 5 seed, right? Which means they're playing the 3 seed.
Dude,
Okay,
Yeah, so
The
they'll probably
that's
play the
it's looking like New
Patriots.
England or Pittsburgh. No, it's New England. New England's right now is the 3 seed.
Well, yeah, because right now it's gonna be the winner of
I
the AFC
don't-
West. So the Chargers, if it's
Oh
the
no,
case,
no,
the
Sorry,
Chargers
the first wildcard team would play Pittsburgh. Yeah,
right now.
New England would play the
Right now, the
second.
division leaders
Yeah.
are the Chargers, the Texans, the Steelers, and the Patriots. Those are the division leaders right now.
What
The
did you just
Chargers,
say?
the Texans are number 2 seed.
Chiefs, Texans, Patriots,
Yeah.
Steelers are the division winners.
Yeah, right now, if the playoffs were to start today, the number 3 seed would be the Patriots. They'd be playing the Chargers,
They'd be playing Baltimore.
or Baltimore. Yeah,
the
if-
Pittsburgh Steelers would be playing the
right,
Chargers.
right. But if we see the Chiefs, in the wild card, they can lose first round to any of those teams.
Right now,
Huh?
The Chiefs can lose
right
the wild
now,
card
the
to
number
those
one
teams.
wild
And
card
who?
team.
The Chiefs, if they have to travel to Pittsburgh,
To who? Pittsburgh?
if they travel to Pittsburgh,
Why would they travel to Pittsburgh?
Because they're a wild card team. Yeah,
I don't give a fuck if
they
gotta
could
travel to
lose that game.
No, fucking
They
Pittsburgh's not.
could- they
no,
would lose
shut
that
up,
game.
Shut up.
At Big Ben at
Shut
home
up.
and the playoffs.
Shut up.
Dude, history shows I would trust
I
him.
don't.
I
care.
don't-
I would trust
Honestly,
him.
Your
fuck,
stupid
I would trust him.
history is.
Yeah.
No, it's
That's not.
I would trust him.
Dude, it's not fucking canon. Like it doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
We'll see, but I think.
All right, moving the fuck on. The Panthers are still taking in the wild card hunt, but it sounds like they've given up.
Still
Cam is
okay.
is supposed to be sitting this week and the rest of the season to stay healthy.
By the way, his name,
Thoughts?
the starter's name is Tyler Heineke. Just so you know, Tyler Heineke is who's going to be starting for the Panthers the next 2 weeks. All that guy has to do is dump it off to Christian McCaffrey, let him do his work, and they can possibly win the next 2
Dude,
games.
if that fucked me in fantasy this weekend, I'm gonna be so
They
pissed.
should definitely sit Christian McCaffrey.
if they're gonna do it, they might as well
But
go
if
all
you're
out.
already sitting Cam Newton,
Yeah. If
like,
you're
don't
already done
you
this
sit
for the
Christian
season, yeah.
McCaffrey?
Because he's more valuable to
Yes.
your team than Cam is.
I don't like that because I have him in fantasy and I'm in the finals.
Yeah, but think about this as the Panthers. Christian McCaffrey is more valuable to your team long run than Cam Newton is.
I'm in my finals.
So I just think that if they're going to do it, might as well go out and just bench. You might as well sit Christian McCaffrey because if he
I
gets
need
hurt,
T.Y. Hilton to play this week too. By the
That's
way,
crazy.
He's
That
going to, relax.
I the way this playoffs is
They have to
structured,
win,
setting
they will.
up like this could really fuck me in fantasy. It's not fun.
Dude, this isn't going to get it for anyone for picking games or for fantasy at all.
Hey, you
because
want to
it's
know
just
what's on
been
my
shitty.
bench? So I have Spencer Ware,
Don't care. Moving on.
Samuels,
Uh,
and C.J.
This is why I'm here.
Anderson. So
All right, so the Eagles are still in the wild card hunt. They're 7-7,
Sound really
a game
upset.
behind Minnesota. Carson Wentz is out. Nick Foles is getting the starting spot. Andrew, suck Nick's dick.
I
Right.
trust in Saint Nick because last year he came in and everyone thought because Carson Wentz was gone, the Eagles were going to fall apart, and they ended up going into the playoffs, winning, and then going to the Super Bowl
Jesus
and winning
Christ.
against the Patriots. I'm not saying it could happen again, but it could happen because I'm not saying it will, but it could because I mean their team is still good. Like for the most part, the team still has potential. to be good.
And so they
This
have
year in the
wait-
NFL, you
they're-
cannot predict anything, right? They just went into LA and beat the Rams. They stomped them. They didn't beat them for a few points. They beat the Rams. You cannot predict anything this year in the NFL. So honestly, if a team like that
The Eagles
goes,
should be
I'm
better
not
than
going to be
they are.
surprised. Well, yeah.
The
On
weapons they
paper,
have, they
they're
should be
ama-
so
on
much
paper they're
better.
amazing, but their defense got played with injuries, and then their offense just wasn't as good as it was supposed to be. They can't establish a good running game. The receivers aren't playing up to par as they're supposed to be. Golden Tate is like kind of hot and cold, and Alshon Jeffrey just like they can't seem to get clicking this year. He's coming on of late, but
All right,
that's
that's enough
why
of
it
the
helped
Eagles.
them.
I don't care anymore.
I just really don't
Moving
care.
They're gonna make the
Fuck on.
playoffs. They're gonna make the playoffs.
There's rumors that Denver is going to fire their head coach Vance Joseph at the end of the season. Thoughts, opinions?
I think they.
Bullshit
I
history, what do you got?
they should, but not because of what's happened. Because their team got messed up this year. They traded Demaryius Thomas.
He sucked. He played like shit the last 2 years. Like
It's
honestly,
still,
like,
it's
get
still
the fuck out
a
of
good
here.
receiver for Case Keenum to have as a bailout option.
Wait,
Case
why-
Keenum's
Then,
not good.
Then Chris Harris and Emmanuel
Why
Sanders
does
got
Vance
hurt.
Joseph deserve to be fired then?
No, before this year because he just wasn't a good coach. He just wasn't making the right play calls.
I
and
think
doing
he
the
could
right
get like another
things.
shot at it.
He wasn't.
They
doing the
just
right
started
things.
realizing
I
that Phil
think they
Lindsay's
should
the
go
man.
one more year.
They just started realizing that Phil
I
Lindsay's
think
that
they
dude.
should definitely give him one more.
I think the problem is John Elway just doesn't know how to do.
I
good
know it's
draft
John
decisions. He
Elway.
doesn't know how to make good picks.
Dude, if they
Philip
went on
Lindsay-
Denver, they would not
Philip-
stand for that
yeah,
bullshit.
Philip Lindsay's great
He's a
for him.
godsend.
Give a fuck.
He
was-
lucked out with Philip Lindsay. He super lucked
How
out
many
with Philip
Super Bowl
Lindsay.
wins?
Not even
how
looked
many
out.
Super Bowl
Phil
wins
Lindsay
does John
should have been
Elway have?
drafted.
Oh yeah, for sure.
His story, like he got
He's a
snubbed
great story.
hard.
And John
Phil Lindsay's
Elway,
that dude.
John
He got
Elway
snubbed, but
is
he
too
got snubbed
afraid
hard.
to bring in a good quarterback to like mess up
I
his
mean, he
records
brought
in Denver.
in Peyton Manning.
I know. And
That's
he,
not-
and
that-
that
there's
scared
no
him.
way that's
That
what it
scared
is.
him. He was
There's
afraid of
zero
Peyton.
chance
He was
that's
afraid
what
of
it is.
Peyton breaking
No.
all of his records.
Shut the fuck
and
up.
it happened.
You're not
Nah,
talking
I was
anymore.
afraid.
You're in quiet time.
You go with
All
Brock
right.
Osweiler.
Yeah, you do need quiet
You
time.
need
You're
quiet
going back
time.
right after that.
You keep saying
After Peyton, you go with
stupid
Brock
ass shit.
Osweiler, Paxton Lynch,
Oh my goodness.
back to Brock Osweiler, and Case Keenum. And like you think those are solutions? No, he doesn't want to bring a quarterback in. there.
Insert
and then
pause
John
break
Kelly.
here. Edit
Oh.
right now, whatever this time slot is.
No,
Anyways,
nope.
moving on to the playoff race.
Staying in there.
God damn it.
Staying in
All right. So the AFC looks really good again. The NFC's got a couple top heavy teams, and the rest is meh. So right now, leading the AFC, we got Kansas City, Houston, New England, Pittsburgh, Chargers. Second best team in the AFC has the first wildcard spot. And then currently the second wildcard team is Baltimore with Indy and Tennessee with the same record.
I think Tennessee will take it.
I don't think. Oh,
I
wait.
mean,
So okay.
Baltimore
so,
has a hard matchup this week, right? Because they're playing the Chargers. Indy is playing fucking the Giants. Like, maybe. I don't know.
No, they play the Giants.
So I'm saying, no, they're playing the
Yeah.
Giants. I'm saying maybe, like, who's going to win that game? Like, I don't fucking know.
Indy by a lot.
I don't know. I don't know. Still Saquon.
Dude, you are.
Whatever.
And then Tennessee is playing Washington, so Tennessee has a shoe in this week, right?
Yeah.
And then they play
And
the
then
Colts. They play
So
the
week
Colts.
17,
They play the Colts.
the Colts Titans play each other for that wild card spot, unless
Which
the Ravens win the next two.
So
games.
honestly, if the Chargers win, that puts Indy and Tennessee, who should probably both win this week, are going to be over them.
Because the Ravens played the Browns the last week, and let's just all be real here.
Well, so
Browns are gonna win.
So like this is what happens though, right? So if Baltimore loses and Indy and Tennessee both win, Baltimore's out. Because if Indy and Tennessee play each other, they'll have a better record.
Yeah.
It's fun stuff.
is that
and
is
then
that how
who-
is that how it seats right now?
So if Baltimore loses to the Chargers
This week.
they'll go
They're
8-7. They will be, and if Indy and Tennessee both win
Yeah.
this week, then Baltimore's out. Because Indy and Tennessee play each other.
Hang
If
on.
two of them lose and one of them win,
Does if Baltimore loses this week and Pittsburgh loses, and Baltimore wins next week and Pittsburgh loses, Baltimore takes they tie the division, don't they?
Yeah, so I'm saying they lose the wild card spot. Yeah, if there's stuff they have
They're
with Pittsburgh
saying
and
that
Baltimore,
Because they lose
Baltimore
to
couldn't
the
be a
Chargers
wild
this week.
card
They
spot.
beat the Browns next week.
but the Steelers are probably going to lose this week. And
To the Saints, and
probably
I don't know who they play next week, but they have, I think it's someone.
that's crazy.
I don't remember who it is.
It's gonna be crazy if
Yeah.
Baltimore loses the wild card, but they win the division, their conference.
because
That's
they're
out of their
they're only
division.
one
That's
game behind the
crazy.
Steelers, right?
that's why
That's fun
the
stuff.
playoffs are trash.
Yes,
It's slightly interesting, but it sucks because
it's
It's
very
so
interesting.
I want to see the best
All right,
teams. Like
moving to the
it's just- I just don't
NFC,
like
New
it.
Orleans has got a solid hold right now. They're 12-2 in the NFC. The Rams are behind them at 11-3.
Steelers play Bengals.
Chicago's
last week.
10-4. They're a game behind the Rams, but if for whatever reason the Rams lose this week and Chicago wins, then the Bears will have the tiebreaker as the head-to-head. Dallas is winning their division at 8-6, and then you have
Keep the
Seattle
division.
and Minnesota, the two wild cards. Seattle 8-6, Minnesota 7-6-1. Knocking on the door is Philly at 7-7 and the Redskins at 7-7. The Redskins suck. I don't even want to see them in the playoffs. That would make me throw
Well,
up.
It was a beginning of the season thing when they were actually good.
I don't
Now
want to
they're
see the
not.
Eagles
I
in the playoffs either.
I think Dallas
honestly.
got really lucky this year.
Minnesota
that
has
that
the ten-
Washington fell apart and that Philly isn't as good. It sucks.
No,
they're
yeah,
not as good as they
100%.
should be.
No, I agree with that.
Washington
Yeah,
was going
that's
to take the
fine.
division if Alex Smith
That's
stays
fine.
healthy.
That's fine.
They're taking that division.
Minnesota, I would like to see them go. They need to start playing better like they were doing at the beginning of the season. I'm not sure
Well,
why
they've
they
been
started
playing
tailing
better.
off. They had like a little middle of the road
These
area.
last 2 weeks, they've been freaking
I want to see
lighting
Minnesota
shit up.
last year. I know it's not Case Keenum and Sam Bradford. I understand it's Kirk Cousins, but like they can be better with that
They're
guy.
all the
than
same
those guys.
quarterback.
Kirk
in my
Cousins is
opinion.
better.
He's better, but they're all like, man.
They're not anywhere near what they
Yeah,
were last year.
They're not. He's not.
I'm
which I
not
don't
touting either of them, but yeah, Kirk Cousins is better than Sam
Exactly,
Bradford for
which
sure.
is why they should be a better
and Case
team.
Keenum.
They should take
They're
the
starting to
division.
click. So
They should have won a
Hopefully they
division.
can
this
do, and
If
their
they-
defense is healthy again.
if they click going into the playoffs,
Oh yeah, I'd be scared
Yeah.
as fuck.
they're a team that you don't want to see.
I would be
year.
scared
Another
as fuck.
Minneapolis Miracle.
And
in
right now, if they
Chicago.
stay at the
Not gonna happen. No.
well, so they would have to take. So right now, Chicago plays Minnesota. Yeah, that'd be crazy if that's their wild
we,
card
sweep
game.
them we beat them again for the third time this year. Wouldn't even matter. In
You
Chicago,
haven't played them
no-
the second time yet. You calm the fuck
I
down.
was about to say you still have one more week.
Whatever.
We'll
We're
be at
gonna-
that game
Whatever.
as long as they don't flex that shit.
They're not.
They're
flexing.
not going to flex.
flex
They're going to flex the
Titans.
Colts Titans game
Yeah,
for
they're
sure.
definitely doing that
Hopefully.
game.
All right,
It has to be.
that's it for headlines. Let's move into picking some games for this week. Oh, who lost last week, Fluff? Just let me write that shit down real quick.
I did.
I'm sorry, what?
I did.
All right, cool. So what are our counts at?
Okay, so
I would
You
remind you,
lost-
guys
you-
that I picked the Bills over the Lions.
Shut
I will
up.
remind you that you can go fuck yourself.
Saying I did it, and I was right. And everyone doubted me, but I
You
knew I
still
was right.
have the most 40s.
Yeah, but I picked some good ones. And you guys also thought it was crazy we picked up the Bears against the Rams. And guess what? I was right about that
You
too.
still owe 11 40s, and I only owe 8 now.
How many ices do you
And
have?
that's 2 more. That's
many ices
fine.
do you
Those are separate from
I
what
have
we're
4.
talking about. And he has 4.
I have 4.
So you are fucking terrible. So
I'm
don't
really
think
good at this
I picked the Bills.
Now I have a hold on the
You're
season. I
fucking
know what's
stupid.
going on.
Shut up. What
Now
are
I
you,
got a
the,
hold on stuff.
what are you, the fucking Vikings right now?
Now
Get
I
out of
got a
here.
hold on stuff.
Not even Vikings are way better. All right,
Clicking.
Saturday. Saturday games are fun, except that Saturday's not a Thursday game, hence why we're doing the podcast tonight. What do you even do on Thursday when there's not fucking football? Like sit around drinking?
Podcast.
Yeah, no shit. You podcast. All
Just
right,
to drink.
Saturday, first game. Washington is in Tennessee. This is good for playoffs.
Tennessee.
All right, well, I mean,
No, sorry. Let me change my answer. The winner of that game would be Derrick Henry.
I hope not. He's playing
Enough
against me.
said. Well, guess what?
I have
You're
Derrick
fucked.
Henry.
You are fucked. You're
Yeah,
fucked.
you
You're
are.
set.
I know.
Derrick Henry is about to go off.
Derrick Henry
For the
is just,
third week in a
yeah,
row,
This
he's,
guy.
he's going to win the playoffs for everyone this year and do what Todd Gurley did last year and tweet everyone, "You're welcome."
He's
Except for
definitely.
you're gonna want to hate him. You're gonna want to hate tweet him and say, "Fuck you, Derrick Henry."
He better sit the fuck on the bench. All right, Baltimore is in the. I mean, Washington's defense used to be really good. I'm hoping they just hold him to. Focus on the run
Their
game.
secondary was really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, their running back likes to hit children, so let's not go crazy.
All right, Baltimore is in LA playing the Chargers this weekend. More playoff implications. Fun game. Baltimore's looked good lately. Run game's clicking. Defense is fine.
Lamar Jackson.
The Chargers
can run,
are
but he
clearly
can't
going to
throw.
win. I'm picking the Chargers.
Oh, yeah. Lamar Jackson can run, but he can't throw, which won't get you very far in this league.
Gus
right
Edwards
now.
looks good.
It just that team is. What do they gotta do? What do they replace John Harbaugh? Did they get rid of him? Did they get rid of him? I mean, I don't know.
No Harbaugh should coach. Get him out of everywhere.
That's oh god.
I mean, I wouldn't fire John Harbaugh for
Yeah.
Baltimore, the Chargers, guys.
Chargers.
Yeah, I already had that written down.
AFC West.
All right, going into Sunday, Minnesota is playing in Detroit. Minnesota needs to win for playoff reasons. Detroit doesn't give a fuck anymore. I'm taking the Vikings.
I'm taking the Vikings.
Fluff, you gonna stick with this entire thing that they've been doing this year? Where you keep on picking Detroit? Are you gonna stick with Detroit?
Stafford might not even play.
Detroit, baby, we're going.
All right.
To watch Super Bowl at home like everyone else?
Ruin the Vikings year.
Go for it. Atlanta is in Carolina. Honestly, both teams
I'm picking Atlanta.
pretty much just shit in
Not
the
even a
bed.
question. Atlanta.
What is it?
Atlanta is in Carolina.
No Cam.
Atlanta by a lot.
No Cam.
I'll take Atlanta too. I need Chris McCaffrey to do money for me for fantasy purposes.
They're out of the
All right,
playoffs, right?
Kansas City-
Atlanta's officially out, right?
Yeah.
Atlanta's
Day
out.
after last week.
Yeah.
Kansas City's in Seattle. This is fun for playoffs also.
Is that the Sunday night game? Or is
No, the Sunday night against Pittsburgh, New Orleans. So Kansas City is in Seattle. I'm taking the Chiefs.
I'm going to take the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
It's gonna be a good game.
No, it's not.
I think Kansas City shits on them. Pat Mahomes is that dude. Cincinnati's in Cleveland.
It is Sunday
I
night.
am taking
Sunday
Cleveland, actually.
Cleveland.
That is Sunday night. Chiefs Seahawks.
Do they get flexed?
Yeah. It's Sunday night. What the fuck?
Where is the Pittsburgh New Orleans game?
Where is he? 4:25.
Okay, so they flexed that game.
Yep.
Cool.
Which honestly, Steelers Saints is a better game, I think, than Chiefs Seahawks.
No, I agree
The
with
problem,
Yeah.
I agree. I'd rather watch the Steelers Saints game
Yeah.
for sure.
4:25 is that's good for that game though.
Tampa Bay is in Dallas. Tampa Bay's out of it. Dallas trying to hold on to it.
Yeah. Oh, are you done bidding on?
Unless famous Jameis.
Are you done picking against? Are you done picking Jameis?
Unless famous
Are you done
Jameis.
picking to win? Yeah, good.
I picked
All right,
Dallas.
the Giants
Are you
are.
kidding me?
Because
I've been on
up to
Dallas
this week,
for the
you
last
started- you
like
were
3
picking
weeks,
Tampa.
and
Last
you're talking
week,
shit about Dallas.
Baltimore and Tampa.
And now all of a sudden,
You
yeah, I
insisted
picked
on
Tampa.
Tampa winning.
Against Baltimore, yes,
yeah,
I did.
And guess what?
I lost.
called it.
Okay,
I
that's
was very
fine.
right. And
But that's not
before
because
that,
that's not
Ja-
because you're high on the
No,
fucking Baltimore
because
Ravens.
you think that Jameis is such a great quarterback
No,
and
I
that he
don't.
can play. I just don't
Ding,
get
ding,
it.
ding.
Hey,
Moving
we're
on.
gonna go back to the last few episodes. When I said
Ding, ding, ding.
Jameis.
We're moving on.
Fucking
Oh, yeah, fuck your
ding,
ding, ding, ding.
The Giants are in Indianapolis.
Oh, Indy by a landslide.
Giants.
Indy by at least 10 points.
You know what? I want that Giants upset also, but I'm taking Indy.
You
More
want
than
that?
nice and hot.
Probably.
6
Let's
ices.
talk about it this weekend.
No, let's talk about it now. We can talk about this right here, right now.
Mm.
6 ices. I'll give you 9.5.
All right,
I'll give you 9.5. Oh man.
moving on. Jacksonville's in Miami. What a gross game. I'm taking Jacksonville.
I'm taking Miami.
Dude, I don't want to pick either.
I really don't want to pick that game at all. But I'm taking Miami.
Like,
I'm just hoping for another Miami miracle.
Jacksonville. I'm picking Jacksonville. I don't like. No, I'm picking Miami. Fuck that. I can't pick Jacksonville.
It's
I just
just-
can't
it's just-
do it.
Buffalo's in New England.
Miami's
I'm taking
fighting
the
for that spot.
Patriots.
That's why.
Miami's got a long road ahead
Miami
to
is
get
fighting
into
for
it.
that spot. They're still fighting for that
down
spot.
there.
I'm saying they're still fighting for that spot. Buffalo, New England. I'm gonna take New England. Obviously, they're 13.5-point favorites. That's crazy. Like I understand the Bills aren't good, but why do they keep giving the Patriots this much love? Also, they don't have the best team
I'm
right
taking
now.
both. I'm taking Buffalo.
Really? Josh
Josh
Allen
Allen.
to run?
Josh Allen, LaShawn McCoy.
Is he for sure
I
playing?
like them. Yeah, they're playing.
All right, go for it. The Patriots,
Take Buffalo.
the Patriots definitely want that second seed because they want that home field advantage. They want that. They need that first round bye. They're not going to take a chance of fucking up by losing to the Bills.
They lost their best.
Best what? Pot smoker?
Yeah.
No, not the best receiver. He's definitely not the best receiver.
And
Julian Edelman
yeah,
is definitely a better receiver
what?
than Josh Gordon is.
Ooh.
Really? Guess what? Julian Edelman can, if he's healthy, he can stay on the field because there's not a problem.
Well, yeah,
He's
you're
not going
right.
to lead
That's
the team.
fine.
That's all he needs.
Are you
And he
gonna
makes
go?
better.
Are you gonna go best availability again?
I'm saying
After you always talk shit every time I say it.
but Tom Brady
No,
didn't choose.
listen
No,
to me.
you know, for a
Josh
fact-
Gordon is a better receiver than Julian Edelman.
Sure, talent wise, yes, he is. But when you
Yeah, but
need
he's not the
someone,
chemistry.
you need Julian Edelman.
Not a chemistry.
But he's been doing. Edelman hasn't done dick the last since he got there.
I know.
He's been out here.
So
He's
what-
been okay.
no, he hasn't.
He's been okay.
He's
been
probably
okay.
averaging like 40
No,
The
yards.
whole
Is-
team is on a down. It's like
Josh
not the
Gordon-
same.
not
The
Josh
whole
Gordon.
team is not the same.
Josh Gordon, well, he's the deep threat too.
Yeah.
That was a slot.
No.
That whole
So you're
team
taking
is the
Buffalo.
same.
Who you got, Andrew?
I'm taking New England.
All right. Green Bay is in New York
New
playing
York.
the Jets.
Jets. Sam Darnold taking them.
I'm gonna take Green Bay.
I'm taking
And
Green
let's
Bay
talk
also.
about something real quick. So, what happened
doing
when
this?
Chicago
Damn
played
it.
Green Bay the first time they played this season? Matt, can you tell me what happened?
Aaron Rodgers came out, and they lost. Oh no, they came back from behind. I lied.
Oh, yeah,
the
look
Bears
at
were leading the
that.
entire game, and then Green Bay's like, wait a second.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
the Packers. Let's win this game.
I'm on one. I got Aaron Rodgers on one leg, and I got a good coach because Mike McCarthy was there. And then what happened last week? Oh, Aaron Rodgers was fully healthy with a team that only is missing a Geronimo
To
Allison.
be fair, the Bears have been clicking significantly better
No,
of
they've
late.
been dude. That whole team. All right. I'm gonna go look at the Bears defense right now. How they've been doing week to week because it's been just about the same
Well, okay.
every
the
single
argument is
week.
they've been getting takeaways every single week, and the Khalil Mack had his strip sacks at the beginning of the year. I understand that, but
Okay, I don't understand.
Okay, but week one in
I'm-
Lambeau
I'm-
Field,
I'm just-
the Packers,
I'm just-
before we know anything of
I'm
the
just,
season,
I'm just really confused right now because you're telling me that fucking
Dude, it's hard to play in Lambeau. You don't know.
yeah, no, fucking ridiculous. No, fuck you. Mike McCarthy was the difference on that team apparently because guess what happened? They lost Mike McCarthy. Aaron Rodgers is fully healthy
Jordy
and they
Nelson
can't
was the
win,
difference on that team. Bring Jordy back.
right? So I mean, is he a bad coach or is the team just bad?
so
That's what I need to know.
So the
'Cause
Packers
he wasn't
have,
a bad
have
coach, clearly.
one bad offensive game against a stellar defense, and it's his fault.
One
Mike
bad
McCarthy-
offensive
Mike
game.
McCarthy
One
had a
bad
whole
that
offensive.
offensive
season.
It's
shit.
been all season.
because
The
of
offense has been really
Mike
bad.
McCarthy had a bad offense all. He was bad all year.
You can't
And
blame
all
him
the
anymore.
years.
He just had another bad offensive game.
Honestly, yeah.
and
he-
it looked like the beginning of the season.
And like it's really been like
It
one
hasn't
bad season,
changed.
right? Like 1.5 bad seasons.
Exactly
yeah,
why
they
Mike
fired him too
McCarthy
quick.
was a ridiculous fight.
Honestly, I think it's more internal stuff on why he's
It's
gone.
because Aaron Rodgers is a prissy little princess who
You
needs
watch
his
your
little
mouth.
fucking princess
watch your
crown.
mouth.
Shut your mouth.
We have known
Trevor.
since week 4 that they need to run Aaron Jones more than they have. Mike McCarthy.
And look,
is
Aaron
set-
Jones is injured now.
But
So it took 2
but
weeks.
leading up to it. Mike McCarthy was a dumbass who didn't.
So if
use
he would
it,
have played him at the
and
beginning of the
then
season,
he
it was
did.
halfway through.
And then when they learned,
It
they
only
started
took
doing
6
better.
weeks for him to be injured.
The Packers. You
I'm
can't
just saying.
take one game
I'm just saying,
of
clearly-
Joe Philbin is the reason why.
clearly-
You can't say it's why because they came out the first week and they shit on Atlanta.
And ding, ding, ding. Moving on. Houston is in Philly. Playoff implications.
Philly.
Give me those Texans.
I'm taking Philly.
Houston by a lot.
No, I'm taking Houston because Philly.
Wait, wait.
Oh, whoa. You want to talk?
Yo,
you
you
can't
better
call
nut
him
up.
St.
You
Nick
better
if you're
nut
not
up.
going to
I'm
nut up
taking
and
Philly.
pick
Fuck it, I'm
Philly.
taking Philly.
Fucking
Okay,
Christ.
hold on.
Sucking
Their
his,
defense. No,
like,
all right.
straight up slurping
No,
that
I
man's
know.
cock all day, and then all of a sudden, no, I don't want to take it.
Their
Because
defense.
we both
okay,
picked Houston?
they didn't get anyone back on the defense, right? Their
What?
defense is still banged
You
up.
can
and
try
shit,
and
right?
defend this
No,
however
I'm
you
not.
want.
I'm asking. Their defense is still banged up, right?
Oh.
That's what the problem was with the defense. Also didn't help.
Shut up.
Anyways, the Rams are in Arizona. Possibly going to have Todd Gurley. Probably going to have Todd Gurley. I'm taking the Rams. They need to win. They want to hold on to that first seed.
Oh, dude,
Anyone want to take Arizona?
The Rams
Anyone want to take
are
Arizona? Arizona +5.
I'm gonna take the Rams. Fuck, I'll take Arizona.
Chicago's in San Fran. Bears. Do you want to take San Fran?
Do you have to ask me what my answer is?
No, you already got Bears marked
Yeah.
down. How'd that upset?
I would love to see San Fran.
I
go
bet
and
you
beat-
fucking would.
All right,
I'm
taking the
going to-
Bears. Moving on.
Yeah. No, I just want to see San Fran go in there to just shit
No,
on
we're
your
in San Fran.
stupid
gonna
argument.
fucking-
Well, I'm saying go into that game to shit on your stupid argument about Seattle having to miss the playoffs because they lost to San Fran, but Colts don't deserve to miss the playoffs even though they lost to fucking the goddamn Jaguars and got shut out, mind you. 0 points.
True. Yeah.
All right.
Whatever.
Okay.
This game should be fun to watch. Pittsburgh is in New Orleans. I'm taking the Saints. How about them Saints? Should be a godsend to
Hang
the
on.
NFL.
On 3, you and I will both say our answers.
I don't need a
I
count.
want to, because I want to just do it. Say 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Not you, him.
1, 2, 3.
Steelers.
Yeah, I already wrote that
Yeah,
shit
okay.
doing, guys. It's not fucking
Wait,
hard.
were
Yeah,
you?
right? That's what I said.
Yeah, I'm fucking.
How'd you know I was gonna pick Pittsburgh?
Why else would we
Because,
fucking do that? The
yeah.
fuck?
I honestly think about taking New Orleans, like, but
Well, you dumb as hell. Moving on.
We're done with that. All right.
The Monday night game is fucking horrible.
I don't even.
We
like,
should flex the
can
Monday
we-
night game
can
from
we
now
not
on.
can we not talk about that game?
It's Denver versus
I
Oakland.
know,
The
we don't-
beat up
we
Denver.
just not
Oakland
pick.
is weirdly
So do
winning
we
some
even
of
have
their
to?
games.
Should we even pick that
We
game?
shouldn't pick, right?
Yeah, you get to pick. It could be a game
Hang on.
changer.
Yeah. Okay.
I pick last.
All right, I am taking Oakland.
I'm taking Denver.
It's in Oakland.
I'm Philip Lindsay.
That's all. Name anyone else on the team that's healthy right now.
Case Keenum.
Healthy
You
and
said
good.
it. Okay.
Healthy and good. Try again.
Cortland's fuck. I don't know. Von Miller. Von Miller. Woo! Von Miller saved me.
And Nick.
Nick Bradley Chubb.
Bradley
Bradley Chubb. Bradley Chubb's that.
I'm taking Denver.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm thinking Oakland's on the hot streak right now.
Hey, do you know that you just picked John Gruden and Doug Martin to win a game?
I want to take my pick
John
back.
Gruden and Doug Martin
I'll
to
take
win
my
a
pick
game.
back.
And Marshawn Lynch and Jordy Nelson. Sorry. Also.
Marshawn Lynch is
Oh,
out.
but they're still on the team. They're still
That's
part of the team. You picked that team to beat the Broncos. Jordy Nelson's there.
I want to change my pick, guys.
No.
I want to change my pick, guys.
No,
You can't.
Scratch that out real quick.
Nope.
All right. One more thing we should talk about too. Someone brought it up on social media.
Which, by the way, follow us on what's our
Jam podcast.
Jam podcast.
Subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, tell your mom, tell your friends.
Yeah.
Definitely tell your friends. And you stole it from somebody else. You can't steal someone else's bit.
Which part?
Whatever the fuck you just said.
I can guarantee you said that's probably from somewhere.
Maybe.
Who cares?
Yes,
It's not probably not copyrighted.
Yeah, no
if
one
it's
cares.
copyrighted,
Who cares?
like, sorry, bro.
The words
We don't have
subscribe,
money.
unsubscribe, and resubscribe are words in the English dictionary that I can legally say as a free American.
We don't have a
I'm
lawyer
gonna say
backing
'em.
this up, so I don't take
I'll
any of what
find
you're
someone.
saying.
And I literally
figure it out.
have
Anyways.
no money for you to take, so
Yeah, come
Come
at
at me, bro.
Come at me, bro. I'll make you a
All right.
sandwich.
Anyways, moving on.
College football, bowl games, all these, NFL talent sitting. Do we like it? Don't we
Oh,
like
in the
it?
bowl games?
Yeah, in the bowl games.
Well,
like,
no, it
you got
benefited
quarterbacks
someone, right?
sitting that are going to.
So, I mean, the argument's there, right? Like, what's the point of getting hurt in a bowl game when you're already going to go make millions of dollars? Well, hundreds of thousands of dollars for your rookie contract. But
Not everyone has that opportunity on the team.
I'm personally pro player for this.
I'm pro player too. Like,
Yeah,
I get the reason.
The NCAA can suck a huge
Wait,
fat
and as
cock.
far as corporations go, the NCAA
So, like,
is worse than the
for the
NFL.
word- Oh
Yeah.
100%. No,
Because they don't pay. It's literally slave labor.
they should not be.
Well,
people,
plus, like,
fans of
argue
these
the
teams,
tuition. I don't give a fuck.
the fans of these teams should not be upset at all by their decisions. They owe the team absolutely nothing. They owe no fans any kind of If you're a true fan of the sport, you're gonna realize, these guys want to go.
Well, these are the problems.
Get their
The
paper.
people that get upset are these diehard fans. They're like,
Yeah.
I want my team to win.
Yeah.
End of conversation.
Fuck your team.
Not, I
Like-
care about these people individually as players.
Yeah.
To me, they're
They're
just a money grabber.
monkeys dancing.
Yeah.
For
It's,
their
I mean,
entertainment.
NCAA is literally slave labor. Like, it's horrible.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. It's NCAA sucks. Like I can't stand NCAA. What?
Do you have a problem with me saying the word slave labor? Just because I'm white?
Or dance monkeys? There's white players sitting too, Andrew. Jesus.
I agree. The players are right. Like, you have a chance to go make... Like, that's your career, right? Like, that is your career.
And I don't players that decide they still want to play good for you. Like, do you hope? I really hope you don't get injured. But if I'm a round 1, 2, 3 talent, I'm not playing in those bowl games.
Oh, yeah.
No
I
way.
get it.
Like, if I know I am going to go in the first or second round, for sure, there's no way I'm playing.
Yeah.
And let me know,
Because-
like, I get people saying, like, love of the game. Yeah, but, like, that's not, like, love of the game is fine all, but making
Love of the game
hundreds of
doesn't give me a
thousands and
paycheck.
millions of dollars, that's
Yeah.
crazy money.
Love of making pizza isn't going to give me a $100,000 job.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's not how that works. Like, I enjoy making food, but making food, if I'm going to make food for someone and it's going to hurt me, guess what? I'm not going to do that
Right.
because
No,
I
I
need
get
to
that.
go make my money. Like, the thing is, you have to make money, and these fans need to realize these players, that is their livelihood.
Right, you don't want someone coming into your house and taking food off of your plate. Like, that's exactly what you're doing to these guys. Like, they have a potential to make, like, life-changing decisions. Don't hinder that shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
No, I agree. That's a solid point. Yeah.
I couldn't give two shits less.
I would
about
love
the
to have someone
NCAA.
debate me, like, why that's not...
Well,
it's,
because-
like, how's that the wrong stance?
Yeah. No, I because there's a wrong stance for everything for some people. Like, they argue, they're getting their scholarship and
We've already established, like, as a culture, like, that, like, what they get for a scholarship is far less than what the NCAA brings in because of them
yeah.
as
That's
individual
why I don't-
athletes.
that's why I
and
couldn't
what
give
kind of
two
time
shits.
they have to put in as athletes in general. Like,
yeah,
it's
you're giving
ridiculous.
up sleep, you're giving up everything, and you still have to keep a good GPA. You still you're asked to do so much. So yeah, sure, you're getting your everything paid for. But
And not even everyone gets everything paid for. You
Yeah,
have to be a
only
top tier
some.
talent. Like in
But,
theory,
like-
if you're a top 3 round pick, like you should be getting everything
Yeah.
paid for. But like who knows?
that's what I'm saying. Like
And everything paid for doesn't always mean like you have like spending money and
money
shit
to
like that's
eat,
literally just
money
like
to go
school
out,
stuff.
shopping,
Yeah, like
you still got to pay for
yeah,
your
the
everyday
NCAA is
life.
literally a money
Yeah,
grabber.
I can't stand the NCAA. I
It's
think they
horrible.
need to pay their players. Not anything big.
No, like stipend them something. Yeah.
Give them a
Make it that part of their work study. Like there's people that go play and they get scholarships and then they also have work study.
Yeah.
Make playing that work study.
Exactly. They should definitely be compensating. Or don't make it illegal to sell your jerseys then.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or, like,
let them,
autographs.
yeah. Let them like
That's
make some
ridiculous
profit.
to
Yeah,
me.
that's crazy.
Like, they can't even sell their autograph. Like, my signature on
Well, so
something
and the
I
reason
can't
that is
sell.
though is because like part of being in the NCAA is you have to be an amateur athlete technically, not a pro athlete. And when you sell things, that makes you pro level.
That's why they stopped selling the NCAA video games because they couldn't sell because the advertising of the players' names on the jerseys. That was the whole reason why they stopped making those games.
It's fucking
It's
crazy.
really not that hard of a deal.
The
You just
NCAA
pay,
is
you pay the
ridiculous,
players to get their names out there.
Right,
on video
because they're
games
not
and stuff,
paying
and
the
it's
players
easy.
to have their names on the
They
jersey.
should
Yeah,
be
it's
paying.
outrageous.
I think the NCAA needs to fix their system. That's the
Oh,
only way.
definitely do.
Because I'm happy that the NBA is going to have their own
Fuck,
separate.
even call it a 40-hour work week and give them minimum wage.
Yeah.
That's like something. Shit.
But that's why I like how the NBA is taking away that aspect of the NCAA and making it so that other players
Like you-
can go play in an amateur league instead,
And they come back, yeah,
and
yeah.
then come back and play.
No, yeah, good for the NCAA. Oh, good for the NBA.
Like screw the NCAA.
And they have a good salary.
I like
there,
Adam
too.
Silver a lot.
They got a good, they got a
They
decent
get a
salary
salary?
there also. There, yeah.
Like, good
yeah.
for the
No, they're
NBA.
making the
Yeah, for
G
sure,
League like
yeah.
way better like route to get
And
into the
they're getting
NBA.
G
Like, good for
League.
them.
Some guy
G
like
League's
one of the
awesome.
guys like one of the Syracuse players left the team to go join the G League because he's gonna make more money, which is decent and like it's more beneficial for him. I 100% agree with you.
Now
The
they need to
NBA
offer
is
them
smart.
classes on how
Yeah.
to save their goddamn
Yeah.
money.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean, I guess the XFL could be a way to kind of
Incentivize.
bypass the
Yes and
NCAA.
no. Yeah. Well,
The problem is that it hasn't taken off yet. Like that needs to become like
Well,
a
I'm saying
thing still.
So-
once the XFL becomes something,
there's another one they're opening up too. There's another league that's gonna be coming around at the same time as the XFL. I can't remember. It's like AAM.
but
or
either way,
AMA,
that would be a
it's
good
just-
way to bypass. Then because at that point in time, you're still playing. You're actively playing football. There's tape on you. NFL teams will give you contracts.
It's true. It's not, I mean, they with arena football.
So
back
the
in day, Kurt
NCAA
Warner.
might end up starting to lose a lot of.
And good, and hopefully
revenue.
that makes them restructure the way they handle their
I
stuff
agree.
because it's
No,
definitely
yeah.
poor. All right,
It's
jam
just-
out.